admonish. I don't have the power to admonish anybody. I can just say that anything that happens to you, look at the bright side of whatever it is. Take advantage of. I mean, to be alive alone
Yeah.
is enough.
Mm-hmm.
And always look at the bright side.
Yes.
Because I never asked myself, why me? I said, how am I going to get out of here?
Yes.
And I remember the doctors used to stand behind my door. I mean, they used to make fun of me.
Hmm.
No, they thought I was always cheerful. I
Yeah.
mean, what's wrong with this girl? She's lying in bed. I mean, she can't even move. I had the aviation fuel pour on me. My skin was peeling and all of that, and I was always cheerful. I mean, if you came into my hospital room and you were going to look morose and all of that, you get there and you'd be surprised that I am very cheerful
Yeah.
because I was very happy to be alive. And then they'll be discussing behind my door, maybe tomorrow is when we will do the amputation. They will say it to my hearing, and I believed them. So as I was lying in my bed, I was just thinking of how I was going to live my life without a leg if I was going to live here. And I was thinking about how I was going to pimp my prosthesis and everything, and how I was going to, what I was going to wear and
That's
make it
right.
look flashy and all of
Yeah.
that. I was always psyching myself up for that. I
Mm.
wasn't thinking about the negative, why me, why me. I still have scars on my legs. I still have metal plates in my legs. I
Mm.
I live my life.
Do you think that doctors deliberately discuss this to your hearing?
Yeah, yeah, they were just trying to make fun of me. They all liked me. They were my friends.
Mm. Okay, so it
It was
wasn't
just
in the
in
plan.
jest. No, it wasn't
Okay,
in the plan.
okay, okay.
Because they were wondering why I'm not even sad. So maybe let's say something like this and see what will happen.
Yes.
And they'll come in and I'll be like, if you have to amputate, just get it over with. I
Yeah.
want to get out of here and move on with my life. I have so many plans lying here. So
But where did that quality about you come from? Is it from
I
your
don't know.
upbringing or what?
I don't know. I don't know. I had a very stern father, very strict father.
Mm.
You can't. I was going to use the word, but I'm on radio.
Well, you can
So
feel
you
free
you can't
actually.
you can't be like, why me, no
Yeah.
pity party kind of. You can't live under my father and be that kind of person. He was very tough.
Okay.
So I think that as well. But I had a very easygoing mother,
Mm.
very nice woman.
What
And
was your
so
father into?
that
What was your mother
balance.
into?
My father was in the military. He also
Okay.
worked with the Cocoa Research Institute,
Mm-hmm.
and then he worked with cargo handling before it became Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority.
Okay.
So he had this military background, and he treated everything like that. With
Did you take after him?
well,
Or that question should go to your
I have
the people in
heard,
your office.
I have heard my siblings, and I know they are listening somewhere,
Yeah.
have whispered that I tend to look more like my daddy than
Your mom.
my mom.
Yeah.
They dare not tell me in the face that I look like my daddy, physically and everything. I hear. I don't know whether it's a compliment or not because he was so stern that I try not to be like him. But he had some good qualities, and if I have those good qualities, so be it.
Like what?
His attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
He's very strict. I tend to be strict
There you
sometimes.
go. You've admitted now.
Yes, I tend to be strict sometimes. I talk to them. I talk
Okay.
to her. Ask her.
Nah. Well, I need
And
to.
they
I need
tell me,
to.
you know what?
Mm-hmm.
There was a program at my school not so long ago. My alma mater. I went to Kwapeman Secondary School.
All right.
And so there was a program. And I went to church service. There was this young lady dance. I was sitting in front. She would come and dance in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
just dancing and doing all the twerking and stuff like that. I said, what kind of life too is this? Why would this girl be twerking in front of me? And so after the church service, she came to me and said, I work at GEPA. I said, really? And you were dancing like that in front of me. She said, yeah, I'm a national service person at Kepa and blah, blah, blah. I said, what was that all about? She said, madam, they say you are so strict. You are so, this is the opportunity for me to. I said, whoa. I said, whoa, really? And you didn't even think about that.
No, no,
And you
no,
were
no,
just
no.
dancing like that in front of me. But,
Out
well,
of the office, so she
yes, I
can
just
actually
want
explore.
things to be
Yeah,
done in a certain way, but that
yeah.
doesn't mean I'm not flexible. I'm not your conventional person, but I want things to be done
Yeah.
in a certain way if we want to achieve what we've set out to achieve. So,
I would really like to hear from your colleagues at
yes,
GEPA.
I would
If
like
if you're
that.
if you're listening in, you can send us a WhatsApp message on 055 we
Oh
have
my God.
your military woman boss
No,
in the
no.
studio.
It's not like that.
If she is indeed a military woman,
I
please let
am
us
not.
know.
I am not. They'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But what's the biggest lesson your parents taught you as a child?
I'll never forget. And I'll tell you, I've told a few people not to talk about other people and mind my own business. You know, I did a little gossip to my mother about my father,
Hmm.
and I thought my mother was going to confront my father and they will fight, and whatever will happen will happen. And I was
Yeah.
feeling so good that I had told my mother something that was going to make her happy. They went into the room, they came out, they were very calm, they were, nothing happened. And I was like, these people, but you, this woman, I told you this story, you haven't done anything with the story or what? Then as I was standing somewhere minding my own business, you know, they say that when they slap you, you see stars. You really see stars, so.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, my daddy he had never done that to any of my siblings before. My mother talked about it till she died. My daddy had never hit any child. He would never hit anybody. He would never, do anything like that to us. And I was the last one, and I was my daddy's, little girl.
Yeah.
And he slapped me, and I saw stars, and they were so beautiful. That's what I really remember, the stars. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars. And I was like, wow, what was that all about? And the stars. I was more interested in the stars than why he even slapped me and why they slapped.
Like, where from these
So,
stars?
yeah, I said, so this thing really happens.
Wow.
And he apologized till he died. But, it taught me a lesson. If it is not your business, it's not your business. Why get involved? I have never. What I will say behind your back, I'll say it to you in your face. For me, that's a lesson. I'll say it to you in your face and we will discuss it. Communication. It's very important to me. Two-way communication. We need to talk about issues. That's what it has taught me because they stayed together for over 60 years. And they were always talking. And I never saw them fight. And not even when I try to make them fight. So communication is very important. You need to talk about issues.
Well, that's a very important lesson. I'm glad you shared this actually. 0305511119997. That's our WhatsApp number. You can send us a message and join in the conversation. I'm totally enjoying it already. You're an amazing person. I've heard so much about you.
Really?
When I started the promo and put the artworks out that you're going to be on my show, I had messages from people who talked about your personality and the kind of person you are, and I was like, wow, I can't wait to know more. One of the things that struck me more when I met you, and of course it's quite evident, your hair is as long as your full body stature. Your hair is almost touching the ground. And you tell me you even cut it. It used to sweep the floor. You've never cut your hair in how many years?
In 18 years.
In 18 years.
Yes.
Wow. And I was thinking that what will make somebody stick to this, and especially knowing the kind of work and how difficult it is to keep even short strands of hair, to keep over a 5 foot lock. What is it? Where's it from?
Well, um, it was a challenge to myself.
You challenged yourself.
Yeah, I wanted to keep this for 20 years. I always wanted to do locks anyway. My father said over my dead body. So when he died, I was around 40. I said I was going to do it. So I did it over his dead body.
Wow.
Forget I said that, but I did it. He didn't like it.
Okay.
Okay. And even my mother was like, what is that? Empese, empese.
Hmm.
You know? But I had perm.
Mm-hmm.
People will talk about it as long as your hair is wig, and I hated that they will be comparing it to all kinds of things, so I cut it. And I had an afro. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just grew the locks. And everybody said, oh, you can't do this for more than 2 years, 3 years. You're always cutting your hair anyway. You'll be bored with it. You'll be bored with it. And I said, I can keep this for 20 years. So I'll keep it for 20 years. So I did that. People are now calculating my age from... yeah. So I did it and I kept it.
And it's been
And
18
it's
years
been 18
without
years.
cutting your hair.
Yes. It actually has a birthday.
What's the date?
So 17th December.
Wow.
It's
And
when it celebrates its birthday, and it will be 19 years.
this year will be 19 years.
Yes.
So the 20th year is next year.
It's next year.
Are we throwing a party for your hair? Because I would want to host that party.
Yes, we will.
Wow.
Since you are going to host, you host and pay.
No. I mean, this it's impressive. For me, it's a sign of dedication
Oh yes.
and focus.
Yes. Because if you say you are going to do something, you must dedicate time for that. You must focus. I said I was going to do it for 20 years. There's been a couple of times when I felt like getting rid of it, but I have promised to keep it for 20 years, and I'm going to do just that. If it is not hurting anybody, if it is not killing anybody, I'm keeping it. It's on my head. I have had people advise me to cut it off. It is not corporate. It is not nice. Do you go to church? Do you, all kinds of things? Do you wash it? I have had all of that thrown at me, and I said I'm keeping it till when I feel like getting rid of it. Even if after 20 years I want to still keep it, I'll keep it.
Yes.
We'll see when we get there.
I'm curious about the corporate bits as well. The people who say,
oh, I've had issues.
You've had issues?
Yes, I've had issues. I've had real serious issues that we will talk about another day. When I started locking my hair in corporate, I worked at Ghana Telecom then. I had issues. I can say I lost my job at Ghana Telecom, and I can say that it was part of it. It was the beginning of everything, because they had no reason to treat me the way they treated me at Ghana Telecom, but because of that and other issues that we can talk about. I really want to talk about that because it's affecting so many people. I mean, this is my hair. If a white person came to work for you and had long hair, you would admire it and not say anything about it. But when it is me, you call it fetish. It's ridiculous. It is my hair. It is the African hair. And you're telling me it's fetish? Really? Makomo will be office there.
I see.
It's another story that we need to talk about.
I mean, let's
keeping
get,
it natural and the issues that you get.
I'm sure a lot of people listening can relate now, because nowadays there are a lot of young women who want to keep a natural hair, who want to lock their hair and whatnot.
A lot of people are locking it now, and it's okay, and they are doing the sister locks. In my time, there was nothing like sister locks anyway, and few people had locked. Few women, 18, 19 years ago, had locked their hair in corporate. So it was a big deal. But now people are doing the sister locks. They all look good. it's cool. It's been accepted.
So, what would you like to say with regards to the corporate transformation of these policies about hair and whatnot?
Let people be. Let people be. Who are we copying? Who are we copying? Why is a permed hair better than a natural hair? Why is the wig better than... I don't care what anybody wants to do with their hair. If you want to wear your wig, of course wear your wig, wear it well. If you want to wear natural hair, wear it well. If it's not offensive, it's not dirty, it's not looking unkempt, and I always try to keep my hair neat.
Yeah.
I always try to,
And yours
that's
actually
it.
aesthetically has a bit of white to garnish it.
Oh, that's old age.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of the things that I am curious about is that women get tired of their looks easily. So you'd find women change their hairstyle after every month or every 2 months. You've kept the same look for 18 years.
Yeah. I do. Sometimes I do other things to it. Normally two styles that I do. I try.
Yeah.
I try to do interesting things with it. But otherwise, I'm okay with it. Yeah. I mean,
The closest I've seen to this length is Daddy Bosco.
oh, okay.
Mr. Ahua
Yes,
Okanse.
yes, yes.
He's kept his suit for a very
Yes,
long
he's a
time.
good friend. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as a young person, what career path did you want to chart? Was there a certain profession you admired?
I've always wanted to be an architect. But I was told that if you were not good at mathematics, you can't be an architect. That was what I was told.
No, that's a new one. Really?
Yeah, when we were young.
Wow.
It was wrong. I realized I could have been.
Wow.
Yes. So if you...
And you were not good at math?
Um...
Okay. Yeah, we got to answer
So
now.
no, my I heard from my siblings that as for our family, we are not good at math. So me too, I decided,
You're not
it's
good
a
at
family
math.
thing. So I'm not good at math. So I wasn't even trying. But there's a gentleman that I'm looking for, and I've been looking everywhere for him on the internet. I have a team that is helping me do this. He's called Richard Nolan. He was a Peace Corps in Okwapiman, and he said, no, I don't know why you are good at physics, you are good at chemistry and other things, and you can't be good at mathematics. There must be something wrong. It's a mind thing. We were 36 in class, and I'll be 36 when it comes to math. Just a mirror.
Hey.
Because I've told myself that as for the math, it won't happen. And Richard Nolan said, no. He had time for me. And he said, if you pass one person, I'll give you this. I'll give you chocolate. I'll give you that. And he encouraged me. He was always motivating me with little gifts here and there. And he would give me assignments. And, he made it so easy.
Yeah.
It is not like the way others were teaching the math anyway. So he made it so easy. So before I realized, I was in the middle. I was doing well. And he was punishing all those people that, it was so much fun. And it was so much fun for me. And it was a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
And so before I realized, O-level, I've clocked 6.
Wow.
I didn't even believe it. I said, or maybe it's 9, 10 upside down. But I clocked it. And so that's how I realized that it's not that I didn't know or I found it so abstract. It's because of what I heard.
Yes.
And I
And
thought
this is
it's so wrong to be saying stuff like that. So,
Yeah. It happens a lot.
yeah.
There's so many dreams that have been... I can totally relate. I'll tell you a story as well. I mean, when I was choosing my secondary school, Presec, I wanted to do science. My father literally moved to Accra because he wants me to do science at Presec. So, they'll invite your parents and discuss the courses and whatnot. One of the teachers at the time said, his maths wasn't good, so don't choose science. Because if he chooses science and he fails in maths, they won't give it to him. And my mom at the time said, it's Presec or nowhere else. So because of that, I didn't do science.
Oh,
And after the BEC exam came, I passed.
you did BC. You're
Well,
such a little boy.
uh, oh, oh ma, oh ma,
Oh, son.
oh, oh ma, I don't know, yes
Oh,
sir.
son.
You
Oh, my
know,
God.
and I passed the math,
Mm.
so I could have been a doctor.
Yeah, you could have been. It's not too late.
Anyway,
You're still young.
no, no,
Yeah.
I'll be a PhD doctor now, not
Mm.
the doctor.
You could be anything, even
Yes,
at this age.
great.
Mm.
Now, your career has been, I think somebody, William Go just sent a message that I remember that story from Ghana Telecom. She inspires me a lot. So it means it was quite a popular story then that at the time it became a big issue.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a big issue.
You sound like it's one of the darkest spots in your career.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Mm-hmm. It was painful. It was.
Hmm. What could have averted that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I think they just didn't know what to do with me. I'm not so much of a very conventional person, like I tell you.
Hmm.
So I think they didn't know what to do with me and the kind of things that I was doing.
Hmm.
And the men were cool with me.
Oh dear. The women?
The women, some women, were not cool with me.
Wow.
I stood my ground when it came to certain issues. I was heading the corporate communications department, which wasn't part of management.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't allow that. I don't want secondhand information. I don't have to hear from somebody what I have to do to help the organization. I have to be part of the decision making. I have to be at the table. So I fought my way to get to the table. I changed so many things which hitherto nobody could even approach from my department. And so I think you have only one woman sitting on management, and this person doesn't want any other person to be there except her, and you are forcing to be there,
Hmm.
and she has more power than you. I mean, so many silly things happened. And then you go and do your hair like this, and you have this spiky thing on your head. It's not corporate
Mm-hmm.
because it was now growing, it was spiky and all
Yeah.
of that. So anything to get, and they can't also go out and say it's because of your hair.
Right.
We have to do other things to get rid of you.
Wow.
So, it was a very, very painful situation. But in all of this, I mean, it was just them pushing me out of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
It helped. It helped. Right after that, I went straight back to school. I didn't stop. I moved on. This is what I want to do with my life. I went back to school to better myself, to get a better position
Mm.
than even that one.
At that,
And
at
I
that,
never stopped.
at that time, you had just finished your masters, or
Yes, I had.
mm.
Yes, I had just finished my master's.
and you decided to go and do another
Yes,
masters.
yes. I went back to school to do other things and to focus on my own business as well. So
What business were you running?
I have been doing so many things. I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Tell me about it.
I fail some, I win some, I sew. I
Okay.
paint. I still paint and I do mosaic art. I do exhibitions. I sell
Wow.
my artworks.
Wow.
So I paint. I do mosaic art. I sew. I had a sewing center. I was sewing
Mm.
and all of that. I
Wow.
design clothes. So I always have to do something. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Even if I'm in corporate, I have to do something. It's quite exciting. Makes life, exciting. It's either
Yeah, I
I'm going to
was gonna
school or
ask you how you even made time to study all these courses and whatnot. Not only you were running entrepreneurships as well on the side.
yeah. So it's fun. It's fun, you know.
You know, I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. We're talking about the potential that we have that sometimes we don't even realize
Mm-hmm.
that we can actually multitask.
Mm-hmm.
We can do so many things with our time, but sometimes we are boxed up.
Well, it can be tiring.
Mm.
It depends on the person.
Yeah,
If it is fun, I like to have fun.
yeah,
So if it is fun, hey,
you will do it.
I'll do it.
You talked about entrepreneurial ventures that you failed at.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones did you fail at, and why do you think you failed at them?
Um, the latest one is because of the people that I worked with. I mean, I was working with some very young people, and they're always looking for other things to do. So it's difficult to keep them
Mm.
there.
Okay.
So I had this little business on the side, and I thought I could start with very young people
Yeah.
so that they take it and run with it. I was prepared to do anything for them to stay, but they are young and they are adventurous.
Yeah.
So eventually, this one will go here. I've got this thing that I have to go and do here. Some of them are even sent to school. It didn't work, so they left, and I had to work for government. And I said, okay, I folded it
Mm.
up, but I'll go back
Okay.
eventually. But I'm in a position where I'm helping a lot of entrepreneurs because I have been there.
Mm.
I have been there. I have done a lot. I have been in the fashion industry. I do batiks, tie dye. I know how to do all of that. I have taught other women how to do these, and so that's why I say it all came back,
Mm-hmm.
and it all came together. Sorry, and it's helping me um, at Gepa, where I sit and work with other entrepreneurs
Yeah.
and young people who are going through what I went through many years ago. And so
Mm.
I can advise them from what happened to me and
Yeah.
what they can also take advantage of and how they can excel in theirs and not fail with everything. I still enjoy seeing young people and advising them and
Yeah. I need to congratulate you on your work at GEPA actually.
mhm.
Um, you've led so many innovations. I was particularly enthused about the Youth in Export project.
Yes.
Yes, I think it's very laudable. How's
Yes.
that going?
Yes, it's very interesting. It's growing bigger and bigger, and we have other organizations coming in to partner with us, and so we are so excited. It's a program that we are very excited about.
Mm.
We started with a pilot of 20 young people who wanted to be in the agribusiness space,
Mm-hmm.
and we attached them to experts. Some of them wanted along the value chain.
Mm-hmm.
We just attached them, 20 of them, and they all stayed.
Wow.
And so it was exciting. And then after they had finished with theirs, which I think is 6 months to 1 year, we pay you, we give you all the tools you need, we attach you to the experts, and then you start your own after that, and we support you
Mm.
till you are export ready.
Okay.
And so after the 20 passed out successfully, we now have 100.
Wow.
Yes, attached to dressmakers, to farmers, exporters, all we are
Yeah.
growing them along every sector that we control.
Okay.
So this is really good.
So for young people who want to get into export as a full-time career,
Hmm.
where do they start from? I know there are so many people who are listening now looking for opportunities.
So you don't have to be the one who is growing the raw material base or anything. It's a whole value chain. And so
Mm-hmm.
when you come to us and you talk to us, we will let you know how it works.
Okay.
And you choose where you think you are interested in along the value chain. So if you take, for instance, um, coconut farmer um, or a coconut farm, which part of the coconut would you want to be an expert in?
Mm-hmm.
Which part of the coconut would you want to work with? Are you going to be the farmer that plants the coconut? Are you going to be the one that is leasing the land? Are you going to use the coconut water, or are you going to use the fruit or the fiber for car seats and everything? Or are you going to be the one who is going to buy all of these and
Mm.
export? So it's a whole value chain,
Mm.
and you can be interested in any part of this value chain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. I mean, since you mentioned coconut, let me acknowledge the team at Zarco. So they
Okay.
use the coconut, the back of
Yes.
it, to make
The co-
coal.
oh,
And
okay. The briquettes for
yes,
export, you
yes, and
see.
they package it really
Yeah.
nicely, and it's a good seller.
Yeah,
So the
it
team at
is.
Zarco, regards going out to you. So that's quite interesting. But really, what
Yes.
are the barriers and challenges with getting the youth into export?
It is not getting the youth into export, but getting them into what it takes to be an exporter.
Okay.
What does it take? I mean, you have to find your raw materials. You have to be interested in whatever it is that you want to export. You have to understand the market. You have to
Mm.
understand what the market needs. And we have the export training school.
Okay.
So a lot of young people come there to study
All
and
right.
understand what it entails to be an exporter.
Mm.
And then we also have the Impact Hub. Our Impact Hub is open, it's free. Everybody can just walk in. We have everything there, every information you need to, um, everything you need to understand. We have a library, an e-library, a physical library, a very conducive atmosphere. We have computers that you can use, and then it's in our building, so you can call on us
Yeah.
and ask questions. To make it even easy for you, we've brought the FDA, Food and Drugs Authority, and the Ghana Standards Authority. We have the desk in there. We have the Plant Protection, PPRSD, Plant Protection and Regulatory Services of the Ministry of Agric, also there. So you don't have to comb the whole of Accra looking for these people to talk to them. In fact, they are there for you to talk to. So you
Mm.
get all this information you need to know about export sitting at one place. Then if it is not answered properly for you, you can call on any of us
Yeah.
in the building to
Uh,
help you.
uh,
This is open to everybody for free.
wow.
We
Wow.
have meeting rooms because we know that young people, when they are starting their businesses, can't rent offices.
Yeah.
We have 2 meeting rooms that you can actually use. If you let us know that you are coming, we prepare the space for you. If you have to do a Zoom meeting, it is prepared for you. You can bring your potential clients into the building to have
Mm.
your meetings there, and you don't have to pay anybody anything.
Mm.
This is how we are trying to help the youth and anybody who is starting business or wants to develop a product. You can even come so that we start developing this product with you, so that you don't go into the challenges that others face. somebody
Yeah.
somebody will just hear that, oh, UK is looking for chilies, so they'll just go and plant any kind of chili and send there, and it will be rejected because the person didn't speak to us. We will tell you exactly the kind of chili they need
Mm-hmm.
or how they want it packaged.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good, because I think one of the things I really wanted to find out was how you're able to help, the exporters with the market on the international
hmm
stage as
hmm
well.
hmm
You know.
So we go to look for the market for them. So we do market missions. We go looking for the market, and then we tell them where the market is and how they want, what products they want, and how they want it,
Yeah.
as well as exposing them to the international fairs around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So they go there and they get to expose their products and services, and talk to the buyers themselves, with us facilitating and supporting them to get these big deals.
Okay. Well, that's really good. Kudos to you and the team for the good work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's the biggest lesson life has taught you, dog?
Live, live life.
Live life.
Yes. I am no philosopher. I can't think of anything but to live
Mm.
and have fun and Don't be angry for too long. Just say it and get it over with and live. That's all.
You, you didn't sound like you had gotten over the Ghana Telecom issue.
Oh, um, I don't want other people to go through what I went through. That's
Okay.
why I talk about it with passion. But I'm putting together a book, and I will address it
Wow.
because I've heard other other women
Mm.
going through issues like that. And I hate it when people say that women are our own enemies. It shouldn't be like that. We are not our own enemies. But when you go through something like that,
Hmm.
then you're wondering, is it true? Uh, but it is a discussion that I want us to have.
Okay.
How
Okay.
we treat other women
Yeah.
who work with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your biggest regret?
None.
None at all.
No, I don't have any regrets. I'm just excited to be here, to be alive. That's it. I don't have any regrets.
What's your greatest fear?
Um, yes, I just want to be here to see my children grow and be comfortable before I go. I don't want to leave them now. But otherwise, I'm cool.
How many are they and how old are they?
I don't know whether they would like me to talk about their ages. They're
Okay.
old.
They're
And I
old.
have one little one. I
Okay.
have one 3-year old. Don't
Okay.
ask me how. Don't ask me how. In all, I have 4.
Okay. Okay.
And then that little one, that's 3 years old. Don't ask me how. That's my baby, my pension baby.
Your pension baby.
Yes.
Any of them taken after the military man?
I am not a military anything.
No, it's not you.
No,
I'm referring to the other military man.
no.
the
They're
one,
like me.
the one who brought the galaxy,
They're like
the
me.
Milky Way galaxy into your
They're like
eyes.
they're like me. They're like me. Just fun to be with.
There are lots of
Yeah.
messages coming in. You can also send us a message on 055 Larry says, Doc is a hardworking CEO and a fantastic artist. Nice. Good evening,
Thank you,
Lexis.
Larry.
Extend my greetings to Dr. Afua Asabea Asare. Tell her Lawrence Ado, who did work with her at Ghana Telecom Vodafone, sends her greetings.
Thank
Sends
you.
her greetings. Okay,
Yeah.
I was in the IT department. She knows me
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah.
Okay, and he wants your contact, so we'll
Yeah.
definitely let you have that. Lexis, I'm enjoying the discussion. I thank God for the life of Dr. Sari. Marion is my friend, and at the time of this plane crash, we were living in Laboni.
Mm.
His father was a regional minister then.
Yeah.
I witnessed what she went through. It was so bad, but we thank God they survived it. And that's from Conrad in Ebri. All right, Conrad. Thank you so much for your message. Wisdom and also says, I'm inspired by your guest, a good role model in our time. I'm proud she mentioned the Kwapiman School. I'm a product too, and the motto is always first.
First.
All right,
Semper
Wisdom.
Primus.
Thank you so much. We're grateful. No, I mean, I totally have enjoyed our conversation. I think you're an amazing woman. God bless you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
I had messages from Fifi Bansin as well.
Ah!
Yeah. Fifi actually says that she sent regards going out
Yes.
to
Hi,
you.
Fifi.
Yes. Let me just pull up the message. She's so gorgeous and extremely polite. Tell her I'm still shy to
I make
tell.
you happy.
All right. Okay. There you go. So you're talking to my crush. All
Who
right.
is that?
Fifi.
Oh, Fifi Bunsen.
We got a message from famous Achichegbu as
Oh my
well.
God.
He says, Ifwa is like a big sister and an inspiration to me, but listening to her this evening has made me appreciate her even more. The story of the crash demonstrates a true strength of character, and I celebrate her. Awesome. And also goes out to you, my brother Carl Ampa from
Yeah.
UNESCO.
Yeah.
Carl is listening as well. Thank you so much for all your messages. I think you're an amazing woman. If you had to
Thank you.
advise anybody who's listening today and leave them with any word, what will it be?
Just be yourself. Do you. And whatever you believe in, keep the faith. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doc. Yamisha.
On Sharon's, on Sharon Papa.
17 December, no, me there to me date no so.
Yeah, be a party.
Yeah, be ya bonyo party, papa. Because I mean, this hair needs to be in a museum. Eventually, when you decide to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. We need to
Okay.
pull the whole strand and measure it. Put a tape measure on it and say, look, it lived for
Believe
this
it
long.
or not. Please believe it or not, huh?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Lexis Bill. I've been spending time with the CEO of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Dr. Afua Asabea Asare. Uncle Ken is here, and he's gonna bring you Ken's music. Uncle Ken, how are you?
Yes, Lexis, how are you?
So I'm very
What do
well.
you expect from an Aquapim lady?
You know,
Polite.
I'm a Brazilian.
So how unim? So how unim? Ofiofiepe.
You're welcome, Uncle Ken.
Thank you.
All right, Uncle Ken takes over from here. Thank you so much. I'm